right, everyone. Welcome back to the Family Beatdown Fantasy Football League Update Show. This is the Week 4 preview. Let's get right to it. So, looking at our Notre Dame-USC rivalry, both teams won last week. Notre Dame still at number 22. They beat Michigan State 17-13. A lot tougher game than I think the Notre Dame fans would have anticipated. But Michigan State is a Big Ten team. It's always tough. So 17-13. This week, the Sooners of Oklahoma come into South Bend. Sooners are ranked number 14, so big-time game, big important game for Notre Dame this weekend. Oklahoma goes off as 3.5-point favorites. USC beat Utah State by a similar score, 17-14. Now, before you go guffaw about Utah State, keep in mind this is a real powerhouse team who has really done great in the bowl games over the last couple of years and plays a tremendous brand of defense. Anyway, 17-14 USC prevails. They take on Arizona State this week. They travel for their first road game to Arizona State. They are +6. All right, let's take a look at our Week 1 wrap-up. MudDawgs. MudDawgs getting no respect this year. I go into Monday night needing like 9, and I got Antonio Brown playing, and he's on Pittsburgh, and they're terrible. So anyway, I'm thinking, well, Rick gets a W on this one, but then Antonio Brown goes off for 36.6. Was all I needed to power the win, 170 to 143. MudDawgs slipped to 1-2. Smell this to 2-1. Blood, Sweat, and Beer against Monte Ballich. Monte Ballich got off the snide and got his first win of the year, 146 to 126 over Danny. Big numbers came from Breeze with 63 and 19 from Cecil Shorts. Giovanni Bernard for 15 to power the win for Monte Ballich. Gerard Invincibles, again, still without a computer. Angry Itch was able to get one past the goalie with 2 open spots on Grandpa's roster. Injury 132 to 91. Angry Itch takes the win. Big Blue off this snide this week. No, excuse me. Big Blue dropped it 104 to 76 over the Rednecks. Dawn with 104 points. Tis, girl. Got to get that production back up. Brady gets 33. AJ Green gets 10 for Dawn. Nobody else in double figures with the exception of that Seattle defense. Veronica, you got a couple holes. Reggie Bush didn't play. And Josh Brown didn't even get to kick. What happened to your Giants, girl? Wow. 38-0 against Carolina. Oh, man, that's got to sting. All right, back that pass up. Lost to her boyfriend. Ugh, it's got to be the indignity of indignities. 151 to 107. Rebecca, who has just been the scoring machine over the first couple of weeks, has a hard time pulling it together. Even though Manning delivered 58 points, nobody else, exception of her kicker, got double figures. So just a rough day for back that pass up. Blue and Gold improves to 2-1. Matt Ryan 33, but the big numbers come from DeMarco Murray with 31, and then 23 from Jamal Charles for Jacob. And Decepticons making Pubicville Crabs look good, but Decepticons slipped to 0-3, and never in my livelong days have I seen this young owner drop to 0-3. But I know Jed's getting a new business off the ground. He's got to be focused on that, but it's time to start talking smack up in his face. Pubicville Crabs, however, 25 from Rivers, not the greatest game from Rivers. Only a point from C.J. Spiller, but he gets 30 from Graham, tight end for New Orleans, and 14 out of Atlanta, which is really all he needed to take the win at 105. And boy, talk about winning ugly, Al. Let's just talk about winning ugly, 105 to 84. Nice move there. Jed, you got a stern talking to coming, my friend. All right, let's take a look at our league pick'em. This week, big winner was Becca with a 5-1 record, followed up by Dawn at 4-2. Ryan goes 3-3. I go 2-3, and Rick goes 1-5. Listen, we only got 5 players doing the league pick'em right now. Remember, we need 7 with that minimum of 60 picks in order to get this kicker. So come on, you guys. Let's go. Alex, there's no reason, and Tyson, there's no reason why you're not doing league pick'em. And you're our 7th right there. And Jed, I know. Come on, let's go. Any rate, Bye weeks. Got two teams. They're starting off this week. Packers and Panthers. Packers and Panthers are on bye this here week. All right. Week 4, prognostications. Smell This versus Blood, Sweat, and Beer. Two 2-1 teams squaring off. It's 122-115 in favor of Blood, Sweat, and Beer at this moment. But she's got Roethlisberger starting, who's terrible. He's playing Minnesota, but they're not bad on defense. Chris Johnson goes up against New York Jets. That should be a good matchup. And Darren McFadden against Washington, not a bad matchup. I have to make a decision on my quarterbacks. Right now I got Ryan Wilson in there. We'll see if Andrew Luck gets the start. But Wilson's over Houston and projected 30 points. Colson has been a huge disappointment this year, projected at 9, and Martin at 14. My running backs really haven't delivered yet. But I have faith. I'm giving the pick to Smell This. Gerard Invincibles against Big Blue, 2 1-2 teams. Right now it's 112-107 in favor of Veronica. I think Grandpa will have his computer back on Friday. I fixed it. So he'll get his lineup squared away if I talk to him on Saturday. Right now, though, he's got Griffin against Oakland. That could be a good matchup. Griffin really needs a breakout game. Michael Vick for Veronica against Denver. We'll see how that goes up there in the Mile High City. I'm going to give the pick to Grandpa. Back That Pass Up versus Decepticons, 2-1 versus 0-3. It's 134-88 right now. Jed is really not paying attention. He's got a lot of holes in his lineup. He's got Aaron Rodgers on bye. I'm going to give the pick to Becca because I just don't think Jed's paying attention, son. All right, MudDawgs versus Pubicville Crabs. MudDawgs, now is the time. Rick, now is the time. I know you're a player. Now is the time to knock this young upstart, mouth from the south, Alex, off his high horse. 3-0. He has no business being 3-0. It's 124.6 to 124.1 right now in favor of Rick. Half a point separates these two dogs in this here fight. For Rick, Matt Stafford against Chicago, big rivalry game. Larry Fitzgerald against Tampa Bay, and LaShawn McCoy against Denver. For Alex, Joe Flacco against Buffalo. He's a serviceable quarterback, but not a star. Anquan against St. Louis. San Francisco really needs to show something, so you can expect something there. Spiller against Baltimore. Got only a point last week. Marshawn Lynch against Houston. For other reasons than just general principles of voting against a 3-0 team, obvious reasons, I'm going to go with Rick. Monte Ballich versus the Angry Itch, 1-2 versus 1-2. Tyson's the underdog right now in a big way. It's 135.3 to 70.9 in favor of Ryan right now. A lot of it has to do with Tyson needs to get the replacement for his Green Bay Packer defense and Cam Newton on the bye week. But looking at Ryan, he's got a matchup against Drew Brees against Miami, which should be enough. Maurice Jones-Drew against Indy, and Giovanni Bernard against Cleveland. I'm giving the pick to Monte Ballich. And let me see, yes, our game of the week. The Rednecks versus Blue and Gold. Both 2-1. It's 133 to 130 right now in favor of Jacob. Matt Ryan goes up against New England. Brandon Marshall against Detroit. Why are you bothering with him? Jamal Charles, this is where the meat is for Jake. Jamal Charles against the Giants. And DeMarco Murray against the Chargers. Tom Brady for Dawn faces Atlanta. Trent Richardson, the newly acquired running back for Indy. How the hell did he end up there? Goes up against Jacksonville. And Ben Jarvis Green Ellis goes against Cleveland. Demario Thomas goes against Philly. I'm liking Dawn's chances in this one. I'm going to give the pick to Dawn, even though she is the slight underdog. All right, so that's it for this week. Again, bye week is Packers and Panthers. Get your league pick'em picks in before the Thursday night game. Have a good week, everyone. We'll talk to you. See ya. Bye-bye.